case you're new around here, I'm Molly and I love sharing all things classic style, timeless interiors, DIYs, New England living, and just all the lifestyle things here on my channel. If you haven't already, I'd so appreciate it if you took a moment to subscribe. Today's video is all about DIYs. I'm finding that as the temperatures are getting cooler and the daylight is becoming shorter throughout the day, I'm just all about incorporating cozy things into my environment. After reading this book, The Little Book of Hygge, it turns out it's a pretty common practice for people living in snowy climates. From what I gather, it's essentially the Danish practice of enjoying life's simple pleasures that evoke cozy feelings, or as this book says, the Danish secrets to happy living. Of course there's more to it, but it really seems to be about promoting happiness and comfort and contentment in life, which is just so wonderful. And while a newish concept to me, there are loads of books and resources out there all about this Danish practice, and I'll be sure to link a few resources below in case you're interested. But today I want to share a few crafts that kind of incorporate different elements of Hygge, so all about creating that cozy space. This first project is very simple, and it's just this orange garland. What you'll need are 2 oranges and some twine. Begin by cutting the oranges into under 1/4 inch thick slices, probably like 1/8 to 1/4 inch thick. Grab a cookie sheet and some wax or parchment paper. Dab the orange slices and dry them out a bit with some paper towel, then lay those out on the sheet. Once that's set, put them in the oven for about 2 hours at the lowest temperature possible in your oven. My oven was set to 250 degrees, then I flipped each slice after an hour. Grab some string or twine and cut to the desired length. Thread one end of the string through a needle. You can thread the string however you'd like. I went front to back, then back to front. And then between each slice, there's about a 5 to 6 inch gap. That's it, and now you have this simple natural garland. Now this next project is a cozy candle. I'm just taking this beautiful blue willow mug that I found at an antique shop and then converting that into a candle. First I'm taking a wick and hot gluing that down. Then I'm melting down some soy candle wax on low heat, then pouring that into the mug. To ensure the wick stays in the center, I'm just taping around it to keep it in the middle. Once cooled, I'm just trimming that wick. For all those fans of macrame, this project is for you, and it's a simple bookmark. Begin by cutting 4 pieces of string to about 2 feet long, and from there securing that to either a paintbrush, pencil, something like that, and then you can go ahead and tape that down anywhere you'd like. I'll be sure to include quite a few clips of this process, as I personally find it a little bit confusing just listening to directions for macrame, so in case you're a visual person like myself and want to follow along that way, hopefully this helps. First you're taking the 3rd piece from the left and putting that under the 2nd piece, and then that outer piece is overlapping the 2nd piece. And then from there that 3rd piece is going over the far left piece, and then that 1st piece is going over the 4th piece, and that outer piece, which is the 2nd string, is going over that 1st string. Then that left string is going under, and that same piece is then going over the middle string, and then that outer piece on the right is going over the piece next to it. Like this description may be a bit confusing, so hopefully this visual helps explain it and walk you through. And then once you have the desired length, you can tie off the end, and you have this beautiful kind of braided design. And then you can take another piece of string and just secure those initial loops that you created. And then if you'd like, you can even add a decorative bead. This next project is kind of a continuation off of that faux ceramic DIY video I made. For this, I'm using that same technique in upcycling a yogurt jar. I'm taking this beautiful terracotta color and adding baking soda to it. It's about a 1-to-1 ratio. Then I'm mixing that up and painting that onto the jar in horizontal strokes. This gives more of that handmade ceramic effect. You'll want to paint 2 to 3 coats on, and then you should end up with something like this. And then as an extra little touch, I'm adding some watered down white paint to the outside to give kind of that antique used look. And then from there you can add a plant. For this last project, I'm not going to go into too much depth on it just because I have a full video all about the steps on how to make this, and it's a DIY chunky knit blanket. You'll want to get about 5 to 6 skeins of this lovely plush cozy yarn, and then you'll start off by making a chain to the desired width. And basically from there, you're going to pull the string through each loop and it just kind of continues from there. But again, I have a full video going through this process and walking you through each step, so I definitely recommend checking that out if you want to give this project a try. So that is it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed it and found a little bit of inspiration from this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!